It absorbed the hits, it folded to make room for the next pilot, and it kept lifting, even when the rest of the plane was torn to pieces. For over a year, the Japanese A6M-0 had ruled the skies of the Pacific. It was fast, agile, and deadly in the hands of veteran pilots. But when the Hellcat arrived, the balance began to shift. And the reaction from Japanese aviators was immediate. They weren't just surprised, they were shocked. Where the Zero relied on acrobatics and maneuvering, the Hellcat brought brute force and resilience. It could dive faster, climb more powerfully, and take damage that would have shattered a Zero into flaming wreckage. Japanese after-action reports started noting strange new behaviors. Pilots who emptied their guns into a Hellcat reported it still flying. Dogfights that once lasted minutes now ended in seconds, with the Hellcat shooting first, absorbing hits, and pressing the attack. Zero pilots began avoiding direct engagement when they identified the silhouette of a Hellcat. Some squadrons even altered flight paths to minimize encounters with the new American fighter. A captured Japanese officer later admitted, "We could turn tighter, but it did not matter anymore. The Hellcat could turn enough and it could outlast us." The reign of the Zero was coming to an end, and the Hellcat's wing, that thick, strange, almost awkward piece of engineering, had helped end it. The introduction of the Hellcat marked a fundamental shift in U.S. Navy aviation philosophy. Before, the doctrine was reactive: survive ambushes, protect bombers, hold the line. But the Hellcat changed the posture. Now the Navy could go on the offensive. With a reliable, mass-producible, and battle-hardened fighter, naval commanders began launching preemptive strikes. Fighter sweeps, aggressive patrols designed to clear airspace before bombing runs, became routine. Hellcats, with their superior range and survivability, became the backbone of this new approach. They didn't just escort, they led. Carrier strike groups now coordinated hundreds of sorties per day, with Hellcats acting as air superiority vanguards. The phrase "first in, last out" became their unofficial creed. Even more importantly, training evolved. The Navy used Hellcat trainers in stateside programs to rapidly scale up its pilot corps. Thousands of aviators were cycled through carrier qualification programs using the same platform they'd fly in combat. This synergy between design, doctrine, and training made the Hellcat more than a fighter. It became a flying doctrine. And at the center of it all, the design that allowed it to do everything: to launch, fold, fight, land, and survive.